Leyla, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate you giving us your review. I just wanted to ask you, what was your budget and what type of property did you look to buy?
Well, it's my pleasure. The budget initially, it was kind of the story to it. We started with one budget, but ended up with a different one. As you know, the market was very complicated at the moment. So we started with a budget above 4.5 and 5 mil. And then it went up until 6, early 7s. Yeah, that was the idea because, you know.
Yeah. Right. And tell me, what was the greatest challenge in trying to buy a property on your own?
Well, at that moment, it was a tough market because a lot of properties, good properties, very good quality properties were gone even before they hit the market. They didn't even publish the ad. So being just a regular buyer, of course you do have access to anything that was publicly sold, but you didn't get this, you know, off-market opportunities that mostly had the best properties. And we, even with those that were published, they were gone in a few hours sometimes. So you didn't really had enough time to act on it even. So I guess that was the challenge at the moment.
And tell me the main reasons, Leyla, why you decided to engage Munro and Propertybuyer East to help you in the search.
Because at that moment, as I said, the challenge was to find the right property for us, and there wasn't enough of a choice in the market, and we knew about the off-market opportunities. So we knew that the best option was to engage with someone who has access to those kind of properties.
Yeah, right. And just tell me about the experience of working with Munro. What was the best things that he did for you?
Munro, being such an enthusiastic expert in what he does, the first thing that comes to your mind when you speak to him, you do realize that he knows the market very well, especially the area that we were looking the property in, I mean the eastern suburbs. So he knows it really well, and he does know the value of the property, which you, as being a regular customer, you wouldn't be able to recognize that right away. So he can advise you if it's a good price or it's a good quality, or, well, his knowledge is the main thing that you just see it right away and you just trust it from the first moment you meet him.
Excellent. And tell me about the experience or the journey of working with Munro. How would you rate the overall experience of working with Munro as your buyer's agent?
Munro was very good with listening to us, because it was a journey, because at the beginning we thought we wanted one thing and it changed throughout the experience, throughout the time. So what happened is we spent a lot of time with him talking about what we want, what we asking from the property, and he listened. And whatever he was suggesting, you could tell that he was really paying attention to our needs. But what he also did is kind of guided us through. And sometimes we realized that we really wanted a little bit different things that we thought we did. So it was a journey, and he was a very helpful assistant in that. So he could guide us the right way, not just,
Excellent. Thanks, Leyla. And last question, would you recommend that other people choose to work with Propertybuyer East? And how would you rate us out of a 5-star rating?
Well, absolutely. And because that was the only experience, but I was so happy with it because we really cut the time that we spend on it, and a lot of it saved us a lot of I guess stress and stuff. So what I would recommend, just let the experts do the job for you. That's really valuable. And being with Monroe just worked for us so well that I would recommend all of our friends to work with your agency, because it really does help, and it just shortens the amount of money and effort that you put in it. And at the end, you're happy.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Leyla. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.